Greetings. My name is John Peterson. I'm the Executive Director for School Administrators of South Dakota. Today we're in Deadwood, South Dakota. We're finishing up the leadership conference that we've had out here. We've had approximately 182 people register for the conference. It's been an outstanding conference. We've had South Dakota people present, and one of the presenters was Julie Mathiesen, Dr. Julie Mathiesen. Also today is June 18th, by the way, and I asked Julie yesterday if she would stop by and do a podcast with us. So welcome to the program, Julie.
Thanks, John.
Tell the audience a little bit about who you are, your background.
I started out as a classroom teacher. I'm actually certified K-12 as an art teacher, and then I taught biology. And it just so happened when I got out of college, there was a half-time biology, half-time art teaching position open. So that's kind of how I started. But as I was teaching, I really became interested in technology and what technology could do in the classroom. I incorporated a lot of technology into my courses, and I wanted to further my education and got interested in some educational technology programs. So I actually applied for a Bush Foundation Leadership Fellowship, received that fellowship, and used that to pursue my doctorate at Pepperdine University. And that led to a position at TIE, and now I'm the director at TIE.
Okay, good. And you've been going on 3 years now?
As of July 1st, I'll be starting my third year as director of TIE. And of course, many people probably know I followed Jim Perry in that position, and he really started TIE. And a lot of the credit for the quality of the work that we do at TIE, I think, goes to the foundation that Jim laid over those years.
Julie, when I introduced you yesterday, I made the comment that I've heard you speak several times. You presented to many groups in South Dakota, and by the way, you're going nationally now this summer.
I am.
You're going out to D.C. to present before AASA, the Superintendent's National. They heard you speak in Pierre last year, and they're having you out there. But what I said is that every time you speak, it seems like there's something new and different. And with many speakers, it seems like they use some of the same information over and over. With that said, you know so much about technology and education. What do you see as the role of technology in education? It's a pretty broad topic, but what is its role?
Right. When I speak with teachers and administrators and even students sometimes, I really think of technology as having two purposes. The first one is to help us do our job more efficiently. If we can do things better and faster, we have more time to do some of the quality work, build the relationships in education. The other purpose is to make learning better. And there are some things that we can learn better besides just opening a textbook and answering some multiple choice questions and taking a test at the end. There's ways that technology can really bring learning to life. They make learning exciting for kids, and they make the job of teaching actually more rewarding.
Julie, this could go on for an hour because there's so many good things I could ask you. But here's something that I've learned from you in your presentations. And you're very tactful, but you have a real concern that we do need to change the way we're teaching our children. I mean, we can't continue the old role of the teacher standing up and giving out the worksheets and taking the test at the end. Share some thoughts on some things that might help us provide a more meaningful education to students.
You're right, John. I'm very passionate about improving that student experience. And I think all of our work, whether we're administrators, teachers, is about improving that experience. And of course, because I like technology, but not just because I like it. I think we can do that better with technology. I think there's many things coming down the pike as far as technology that are going to do that. We've got the social networking, which I know at first people might think that's kind of a scary thing. But we can use social networking, I think, to bring people together, use that for learning. We've got a lot of collaborative documents like a Google Docs that we can also make learning more enriching, and virtual experiences. You probably heard me talk about Second Life and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're actually in a position where we can outsource some of the content that we've been delivering to students to technology, and we're going to make teaching more rewarding because we're going to be doing project-based learning, meaningful things that really makes make learning a good experience. And I think if schools don't engage in some of that change, and I think we're doing that some, I think we do lots of good things. And I always emphasize during my presentations that we're doing lots of good things, but I want to be that person, and I want TIE to be the organization that keeps us on the leading edge of what else can we be doing with our resources. And if we don't make some of those changes, I really think education is evolving like many industries that are evolving, and people are going to have more choices. When I shop for anything now, I go to Amazon, I read the reviews, I see what my options are. People aren't just going to look at their one public school as the only option for learning. It's going to get much broader than that.
And you have said, and I think most of us know this, that it's more important that students know where to get information than it is to memorize the information for today and forget it tomorrow. And I think that some of us, especially that are more veteran, that have more years under the belt, that some of us struggle with that. And when I say some of us, not me, but I think there are people out there, and change comes slowly in that regards. With that said, we've got 3-4 minutes left here, Julie. Let's talk a little bit about TIE. I've known about TIE for years. Jim Perry was the face, and now you're the new face. Share with our audience a little bit about what is TIE and what do you do for education in South Dakota?
Well, TIE really started, given our name, Technology and Innovation in Education. We started with folks needing just even to know how to plug computers in and do some of those basic things. But we've really evolved, and now we're talking with educational communities about what to do with that technology, what's good integration, how do we improve that learning experience. In addition to technology, we coordinate many other programs, history education. We try to stay on the leading edge of what schools are going to need. Right now, schools are looking at professional learning communities, formative assessment. They want technology integration. They want to learn how to use smart boards and Promethean boards, all those things they put in their school. So we get the training and then bring that to our schools in a way that I think really works for schools, because we know the schools in South Dakota, we know the schools in the region, and we're really here to help those professional learning communities build capacity in their own schools so that they can improve that student experience.
How long has TIE been in existence? How many years?
We are actually coming up on 25 years, and I'm glad you asked, because this April, as you know, we have, I think another face of TIE is our annual conference, and we get thousands of teachers from around the state to attend that conference. And administrators. This will be our 25th anniversary conference in April 3rd, 4th, and 5th of 2011. And so we're pretty excited about that upcoming conference, and hope to have a great turnout and bring in some heavy-hitting keynote speakers to really engage people with some of the techniques and strategies we can use.
Now, a lot of people, I don't think, understand that TIE is a subsidiary or a part of Black Hills Special Services.
We are. Black Hills Special Services is a regional cooperative, and we are a subsidiary of that. But unlike Black Hills Special Services, whose work is regional and based in 12 schools, we actually work statewide. We work out of the state. We've been doing quite a bit of work in Wyoming, and we are a professional development provider that will do lots of things to help schools.
Okay. Well, as I said, I've had experiences with TIE for a long time. In fact, I'm serving on your advisory board or your board, and you do a lot of great things for South Dakota. You truly do. We need you folks to help us with our task. It's kind of interesting, Julie. Our audience is assembling.
They are, and they're getting louder and louder.
They're getting louder and louder, and I hope that people can hear us here. Because we're ready to start our last session here this morning. So we appreciate your efforts, and thanks for what you do for South Dakota.
Thank you, John.